Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing my February favourites for 2024. I feel like this has come around so quickly, and since it's come around so quickly I've realised that I've not really been changing up anything in my life except for maybe like one or two bits. So this month of February favourites is quite small, but the stuff that I'm showing you in this is stuff that I have been absolutely loving. So if you guys want to see what my February favorites are, then please keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna start off with skincare as usual. There are two products from the same brand that I have been absolutely loving, and the first one is this cleanser. It is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser for all skin types, rich in amino acids. It says it gently cleanses face and eyes, and look at the size of this. It is absolutely humongous. It is so big. It is literally bigger than my head. I got this in a gift set that I had actually been wanting for months and months and months. It's still on Look Fantastic, I'm pretty sure. Basically in this gift set you get a full-size cleanser, a full-size serum and a mini moisturizer, and it was originally €100 and I got it for €60. And the best part is that the serum that is full size is €65 on its own, so you're basically getting the cleanser and the cream for free. But I had wanted to try this cleanser and that serum for the longest time, so when I got my hands on that, it was actually Joseph's Valentine's Day present to me, was that gift set, so thank you for that. In it was this, and I have been dying to try this because I've heard nothing but good things about this cleanser. Apparently it's very good if you've like dry skin, oily skin, like basically literally what it says, for all skin types. It doesn't strip your face of moisture, it doesn't leave a greasy film on your face, but it still feels like it's cleansing your skin. Like my skin still feels like it's clean after I use it. It's very liquidy, and you only need like the tiniest, I don't know if I can get it up, I don't know if you saw that, but like it's very liquidy. It's not like a cream cleanser, it's not like a thick cleanser, it's very liquidy, but I feel like it just means I can use less and it spreads across my face more. So for this size and for the amount that you have to use for it, I've just been absolutely loving this. On the days where my skin feels really dry from wearing makeup, maybe for longer periods of time, or maybe wearing heavier makeup, I'll go in with this because it means that it, like I said, it feels like it's cleaning my skin without stripping my face. So I've been absolutely loving this cleanser and I really recommend it for all skin types because it is that good. And then, like I said, in that gift set also was the serum, and that is also what is in my February favorites. This is the Fresh Tea Elixir Skin Resilience Activating Serum. It basically is a serum that you put on usually after like a toner or maybe another hydrating serum, and what it'll do is it'll lock that hydration into place, but it just really plumps up your skin, it rejuvenates your skin, and it honestly, I feel like has started to make my skin kind of just look more even and smooth. Like the texture of my skin has definitely improved since using this. This is a 30ml bottle, and even though it looks small, again like the Fresh one, you don't need a lot of product, so I only use this in an evening because during the day if I'm wearing makeup I don't like a ton of different skincare products underneath my makeup because I feel like that's what makes my makeup like come off and melt and just go all weird. So I only use this on a night time, but when I wake up my skin feels so plump and hydrated. It still has a bit of a glow about it, and I feel like it's because this is locking in the serum that I use underneath, and I just feel like it is just working with it to do absolute wonders for my skin. So if you've been thinking about picking this up, I would really recommend it. Someone who always raves on about these two products is Rebecca Cable Makeup. I will leave her Instagram down below. She is incredible for skincare recommendations, for foundation, for makeup recommendations. She's really good for just overall recommendations, because I find with her a lot of the time she talks about the same products over and over and over again over months and months and months, so you know she genuinely loves them and you know she genuinely uses them. So yeah, if you're looking for someone for product recommendations, especially skincare, I really recommend checking her out. That's where I found out about these two products. Okay, so moving on to makeup. Again, I have two products for makeup and they are both drugstore slash cheaper than high end, if that makes sense. So the first one is this is the Beauty Crop We Cherie Gripping Primer. I am late to the game with this primer. I feel like everyone and their mother has tried it. Everyone has now got the larger versions, but for ages we couldn't get the Beauty Crop here, and then it was always sold out on like Beauty Bay where you could get it, and eventually I found a website that sold it, so I picked up the hydrating gripping primer and it has definitely lived up to the TikTok expectations. I feel like I'm more of like a hydrated base type of person, but sometimes I do feel like all that hydration does have my makeup like slipping and sliding, especially around like my chin and like my nose and stuff like that. So I was really intrigued to see if this is actually going to work, and it does. And what I like about it is, like I said, it's a gripping primer, so it locks everything in. It's super tacky, but it doesn't dry out my skin like a blurring primer does or like a pore filling one does. It just really makes my makeup like stick to it, which I really like. I was worried that the red tint would show up underneath even my pale foundations, but it doesn't. It kind of like, yeah, your makeup ends up covering it. So yeah, I've been absolutely loving this, and my makeup has not budged since I've been using this. So if you've been wondering if it is worth it and whether you should try it, I really recommend it. You will have to find a few different places if you live in Ireland to try and get your hands on it, because it was literally almost impossible. I will leave a link down below where I got mine. I got it in a gift set of like 2 other primers. But yeah, I really like this. I really recommend it, and if you've been wanting to try it, I definitely would say give it a go. Okay, and the next makeup product that I have to show you is a skin tint slash foundation. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint in the shade 02. This skin tint has literally made me fall in love with skin tints. I talked about it in my beauty wish list. If you haven't seen that, I will leave it linked somewhere. This skin tint has made me fall in love with more natural makeup. I've always loved natural makeup, and to be honest, on a daily basis that's what I would do, but I am more of a lover of a full coverage, full beat, like full glam. But there is something about this product, and I cannot figure out, I don't know whether it's the coverage, I don't know whether it's the formula, I just don't know what it is about this, but it is the most beautiful product I've ever put on my skin from the drugstore. I'm such a high-end base girly, like, you know me. I love to splurge my money on my base products, so I always reach for higher end luxury products. But this, I have been reaching for this over those products. I am obsessed with this. I don't know how to explain it. It gives coverage, like it is not the thinnest formula, it's not a BB cream, it's not a CC cream, it still has coverage, but it blurs your skin. Like, I have never had a skin tint blur my skin the way this does. It is such a nice foundation, skin tint, I don't know what you could call it. You can build it up to a foundation by adding more layers, but even just a thin layer, oh, it's just beautiful. The finish is beautiful. It's super glowy, it's super hydrating, it doesn't separate, but it just sits on the skin absolutely beautifully. And I've not heard one person talk badly about this, so if you've been wanting to try it, I really recommend it. It is more on the expensive side for drugstore. I think it was like €18, maybe €15, but it is really good. It's such a big bottle, and it works well with a beauty blender, it works well with a brush, it works well with cream products, powder products. It is delicious. Really recommend this. Now, this might come as a shock to you, but I am a book girly. I just don't talk about it that often. Currently, I'm reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book has definitely redeemed my love for books from the last book that I read. The last book that I read, it was basically soft pee, if that makes sense. It was basically erotic. There was no real storyline to it. It was probably my most hated book of all time. If anyone's read it, it's called Icebreaker. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. There was no plot until the end. It was pure soft pee, as I've said, and it just, if you actually like books and aren't just a book talk girly or aren't just a romance person, you will hate that book. That book literally nearly made me want to never read a book again. I hated that book. Absolutely hated it. And so when I was going into this book, I was like, this is another book talk read. I was like, if this ruins it for me, I'm done with books. I'm never reading a book again. But it didn't. This has been a favourite of mine for the past month. This book is such an easy read while also being super interesting. So it's basically about this girl. She's an aspiring writer, she's an aspiring reporter, and she works for a very big magazine, and she essentially gets picked by Evelyn Hugo to write up a biography about her life and about the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but she's not allowed to sell it. She's not allowed even let anyone know what's happening until she dies. And the way it's written is essentially the book, the biography that is going to come out about Evelyn. So the way it speaks is as if it's wrote in Evelyn's point of view, but it also skips back to when she's having these conversations, when Monique the reporter is having these conversations with Evelyn. It's a very good book. It's an easy read. The chapter, there's some short chapters, there's some long chapters, and I find when there's short chapters and long chapters, it's a lot easier to read than just really long chapters. I'd say I'm about like 80% of the way through, if not more. There's like 400 pages in the book. I'm on 278. I have about 120 pages to go. It's one of those books as well where I can leave for a couple of days and come back and know where I'm at. It's not like I have to pay close attention and have to read it maybe every single day to remember what was happening before, because once they start talking, everything is kind of connected. So it's a very good book if you like books that aren't really to do with, you know, romance. It is romance, but it's not romance. Like, it's not about her romance, it's about her life. It's a very good book if you've been wanting to read it and been skeptical about it because it's on Book Talk. I do think it is worth it. I've really been enjoying it, and yeah, I can't wait to finish it. And if anyone has any book recommendations for me, please let me know, because like I said, me and Book Talk were having arguments because Icebreaker was the worst book I've ever read in my entire life. So guys, that is everything that is in my February favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. All of these products will be linked down below, do not worry. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.